Hello everyone, my name is Gus.
Hi, I'm Woody.
Today we're reacting to a request. I haven't watched this video.
Okay.
But the title is Scuba Diving the Swim Through Caves at the Cyclops Cave Dive Site in Cyprus. I've never been to Cyprus, so I haven't done this one.
That looks beautiful.
Yeah, I know. I want to go as well. But anyway, because I don't know anything, I don't know what we're going to look at, so let's just roll with
Well,
it.
my first reaction is they're in shorts. What
All
is
right.
this, like the warmest caves in the world? All right, let's go.
All right, so these are all recreational divers, obviously. Single tank, getting pointers on
So
how to
they're not
do
going to
a
go in a cave.
giant stripe. That's not going to work.
I'm just saying, I'm
No,
going to
but
assume they're not going in a cave.
But did you notice that giant strike he tried to do, it didn't work because his fins were in the water. And that's actually a good pointer for you if you're a new diver. When you're going to do a giant stride, make sure your fin tips are not in the water or you will face plant the way the guy did.
So frog kicking is not in their repertoire. And
No,
I'm
but-
just saying,
but
that's
good
okay.
trim, good trim.
But that looks great. And
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, and they're good fins.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, it's okay to be a recreational diver. If
Yeah.
they were cave divers, though, it's just more natural now to frog kick, isn't it, than to
Right.
flutter kick?
Yeah.
Ooh, that photographer. Nice
Nice
neutral
control,
buoyancy,
relax.
and he's pointing something out. Nothing really to react to other than I wish I was swimming around with him.
Right?
It's nice.
They didn't invite us. All right. Let's see. What is
We
that?
have whatever that is.
What's-
Ooh, cool.
What's the scientific name of this one, Woody?
That Caterpillarius.
Right. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Those Caterpillariuses are bigger than people probably knew.
It's more like a sea parasite or some kind.
That's technical. That's probably right.
Saltwater parasite.
Okay, there's some bottom lane. I'm sure the garden eels are happy that they just got their
Yeah.
home destroyed.
Okay, so I know that people say that we're like sometimes like scuba police, but this is one of.
Wow.
Look at that beautiful pink
Wow,
seahorse.
that
Oh
is
my
awesome.
God.
I will say I would have wanted to stop there as well.
But
That's so cool.
I will just say, because this is an important topic, the people that are always yelling at others for, like, I'm just going to stop it for a second.
Huh?
But the people that are always yelling at others for, like, going to the bottom, like in a sandy bottom like that, is like, you can't touch the bottom. Like, no. Like, it's so weird when I hear this because I'm always like, I always think of Jonathan Bird when he told me, it's like, so do those people walk in grass ever? Because when you're walking on grass, you're killing whatever is in the grass. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean you're not killing the microorganisms that are in the grass. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I think that, look, if it's coral and is, full of color and all of that, those are animals. You can see it. You shouldn't be touching that and like slamming into the coral. I get it. But if it's sand beach, like it looks like just a sandy bottom, are there microorganisms that are in the sand that you can potentially kill? Yeah, but they're also in grass. When
Yeah.
you go out for a hike, you're killing them by the millions too.
Well, the only difference, though, I
Yeah.
have to point this out. It's pretty obvious.
You can float in the air, but you
Exactly.
can't. I get it.
We're in an environment that we actually can be neutral and float.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm killing the garden eels that live in the sand.
true.
Probably not. They probably just went under and they can redig out their hole.
Of course.
But it's not that hard just to be neutral.
I get it, but
Unless there was
we're
a-
not as militant. At
I
least
know
I'm
I'm not militant. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, though, why not, when you have the opportunity, because you can float in water,
Yeah,
be neutral?
of course.
I'm not
That's way
saying
prefer.
I'm not going as far to say you should be banned from scuba diving,
Right.
but it's nice that you can be neutral and it
Yes.
feels better.
Absolutely.
It's actually more relaxing to dive that way.
Yes. And by the way, we're not pro go to the bottom and plop yourself in the bottom overweighted. We're not. I'm just saying we stay neutral. But if I see somebody, like if we're at the meetup, which by the way you should check out, divetalkmeetup.com. But if we're at the meetup and somebody touches the bottom, I'm not like, okay, you're out.
No.
Next plane out of Bon Air, get out of here.
Well, because
No.
we make, by the way, there are mistakes. I mean,
Sure.
have you You can't tell me you've never been diving and all of a sudden you're bumping, you fell a little
Of
lower than
course.
you thought. Right? But we should just try. That's all I'm saying. It's just an effort. It's an attitude more than it is achieving whatever this perfection is. It's just an attitude.
Makes sense. All right. Well, a lot of bubbles coming out of this giant rock. So they're swimming through
It's
it.
like a swim through.
Nice.
Those are great. Those
Yeah.
are really fun. And that's a great way, by the way, to practice. He looks good.
Yeah.
That's a nice way to practice being neutral, those little tight swim throughs.
Right. You got visibility, like all the way to the surface,
What do you think the water
great.
temperature is? They're in shorts.
like in the 80s, like super warm. Yeah.
So I would be in a full 5 mil. It's just because it's warm.
Or 10, double up 5s.
Well, it's warm. I may be able to do a 5 with a hood.
Right. Do you ever dive without a hood?
No, that's
Never.
for torture and freezing on my bald head. I'm not even in your studio without a hood on. I mean, today I wore a more moderate hood.
Right. Yeah.
Try
Serious.
to be
It's a
conservative.
serious-
Well, you know, the cave community likes serious guys,
of course.
and that's what I try to represent.
Okay. I will say though, if you're going through these swim throughs, like Woody mentioned, it's a good opportunity to practice. Try to be in the middle. Like, don't touch the ceiling, don't touch the bottom. Can you go through it like a submarine, just like perfect through the middle without touching anything? That's the practice. If you touch something, so be it. You have to, practice. You will get better, but try not to hit anything.
Yeah, it's a great attitude. It's care. It's being caring, and like I care about the environment. It's not, oh my God, you're not good enough to do this. It's just an attitude.
But it's a win-win. Not only you care about the environment, but you're also getting better as a diver.
Definitely.
You're improving your skills.
Yeah. And by the way, it looks like he's doing a very good job. I can't see the person in front so much, but it looks like they're trying very hard to not be on the bottom.
Yeah. We did a lot of swim throughs in Cozumel during our last meetup, by the way. And standards in scuba diving, depending on the agency and your level of qualification and all of that, kind of dictate some of the rules about swim throughs, right? Like, how long can it be? You need to be able to see the exit from the entrance. And obviously, it's all about the depth, right? If you have a 30 feet or a 10-meter swim through at 20 feet of depth, 6 meters of depth, that's not the same as a 10-meter swim through at 40 meters of depth, right? If you're all the way to your max or your max certification, you shouldn't be doing swim throughs because then, you're deeper. So you're all the way to 40 meters or 130 feet, and now you're whatever many feet deep into the swim through. So if you have to get out, you have to get out of the overhead and then all the way to the surface. You're too far. This is applicable to wrecks as well. For the people that are advanced wreck certified that can penetrate, if you find a wreck that is like 100 feet, you can't go in 100 feet into the wreck because now you're 200 feet from the surface. If you're certified to 130, well, you just violated your certification.
And here you got to be logical, right? Look, there's rock. There's no live coral reef there, right? It's not the end of the world if they fins hit a little bit or whatever. Right. Just use good judgment. I mean, that is pure rock from the video that we're seeing here. Yeah. So, but I just think I think they're trying, it looks like to me, to be off the bottom. I don't know if he's just laying there on the bottom there a little bit, but he's on rock. Yeah. He's not on any kind of live organism. Doesn't appear.
By the way, these situations also are quick to show you if you're overweighted. Because as soon as you breathe out, you're like to the bottom, and then you breathe in and bam to the ceiling, right? So
as you said, this is a great time to practice.
Yes.
And this looks really nice. I just want to tell these folks that I would love this kind of diving. Warm water, beautiful visibility.
It's awesome.
I mean, it's great. Yeah, see, that's just rocks. So.
Not even silt. Like, they were flutter kicking and no silt came up.
It's a good area to practice to swim through in.
That was great.
It's like a big opening, no problem. You've got a clear sight to all the way to the surface. They don't look that deep. That looks, I mean, that was 30, 40 feet probably.
Right. Like 10 meters or so, I would say. And the swim throughs continue. Just like in Cozumel. Nice. Sometimes the swim throughs, even though you can be in this thing, like doing swim throughs and swim throughs, they always like there's like a break. Like you go in for like 30 feet or 10 meters, and then there's a break. You can go to the surface or continue for another 10 meters and so on.
And look how happy they are. Like this is
they're
why
awesome.
most people, 99% of people, want to get certified to do this. They don't want to do our cave stuff. This is really what will grow scuba diving. For the vast majority of the world, I want to go underwater. I want to be happy and wave and take pretty pictures of pretty fish.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And by the way, I don't know if, now that I'm watching the video, I don't know if they sent it to us because they thought we were going to be like, oh, they shouldn't be in an overhead environment because they're not cave divers.
I don't think they are.
I mean, there is a roof over their head, but they're a few feet away from an exit.
Look how big the exits are.
Yeah, you have an emergency, ask your body for help, and go to the surface.
Yeah, I mean, 2 or 3 divers could get through that.
It's huge.
And it's just a big open area. I mean, it's a swim through that's pretty big. Look how wide it is. No, I don't see any problems whatsoever. I'm just smiling
jealous
that they're having a good time. That's all. That's my reaction.
I'm jealous.
They're having fun.
Yeah.
They're not pushing their limits.
Look, huge exit back there, huge exit up front.
I mean, perfect.
No big deal.
There's no question we would be going right through that with anybody.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good trim.
She's
Nice
doing
buoyancy.
a
Look
great
at
job.
that. Good straight leg kicking.
Yeah.
And looks like a wonderful place to dive.
Cyprus. Add it to the list.
Don't
Where
wanna
is Cyprus?
touch that thing.
Where is Cyprus? It's like, isn't that like off the coast of Turkey or something?
I got confused. I know there's cypress trees in Florida, but
That's-
I know I think Italy or maybe
Italy?
Turkey.
I think it's off the coast of Turkey.
Turkey.
I'm pretty sure.
Cyprus.
I'm not an expert in geography.
Which Cyprus?
We,
Remember, we drove through some states and I tested you. Remember?
yeah.
About how many cities you could name, and
That's
then you
true.
made fun of me because I named one and it was in the state, and you said it's not.
You got pretty lucky on that one. Let's keep it real.
That's true.
But
Anyway, this is nice, everybody. This is a great reason to get certified to dive,
okay, this guy drops his camera.
which I've done. I have.
By the way-
by the way, I've had 10 or 20 minutes of footage just like what you're seeing right now. And I would turn it into Gus. You gotta
Good,
watch
yeah.
my footage. He's like,
It's gonna be great.
I heard-
Great reaction. Okay, well this oh, he picked it up. I was just gonna say, I was just looking through Scuba board. Sometimes I go in there and check it out, you know, with all the experts in Scuba board. But one thing that I was surprised, somebody found a camera that somebody at our meetup lost, and
Wow.
they got it back to them
that's crazy.
in Cozumel. Yeah.
Awesome.
So they posted it and they were like, hey, does anybody know these people? They posted some of the pictures from the camera, from the GoPro. And I started seeing these people with like dive talk rash guards and stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute.
That's crazy.
So they found the owner. Yeah, that was great. But,
Oh,
look at
you know
those.
what you want to do. I already know what you're thinking.
Murder. No, but they're in Cyprus. They're probably not invasive over there. You know. Look at those babies.
I know if those guys were in Florida, they would not be there long.
Nope. Film them quick because they're almost dead.
Well done. I mean, look, I think
these
they're
guys,
doing a nice
they're
job.
going
Maybe
in.
they
Another
maybe
one.
they wanted to send us the video because they're showing that we're practicing being in trim.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
That
I
we
hope
are
so.
that we're trying to be better, and I admire that.
Yeah, that's great.
Look how they're going in gently. They're not like plopping down through that thing.
Slow and steady.
That's a nice crack.
That's what she said.
Right in the that, you know,
The
very nice.
by the way,
looks good.
a lot of people on Scuba board say that nobody should take us seriously because we're entertainers.
Absolutely agree.
But don't take us seriously. Like whatever
Yes.
we say doesn't go. It's
Thank
not
you.
applicable.
Thank you, Scuba Board. I agree. We're entertainers.
Right?
I don't want to be. Listen, here's what I would recommend.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take scuba diving that serious. I would.
Right.
I would focus on safety and have fun and enjoy yourself.
Well-
I don't want to be part of the scuba serious world. I don't want to be that. That's not interesting to me.
The funny part is
Safety, yes.
they are upset because we talk about certain brands
Right.
and we don't promote other brands.
Well, I just don't know about the other brand.
By the way,
why could I talk about them?
By the way, these are the same people that would complain if somebody gets paid to talk about certain brands. Like, let's say, I don't know, whatever company paid somebody so they can dive that brand.
Okay.
The way Nike pays athletes to wear Nike. Let's say, I don't know, Scuba Pro paid a diver to use Scuba Pro.
Yeah.
These people will be livid. They'll be like, obviously he's talking about, or she's talking about Scuba Pro because they sold out. Like, they are just they don't really believe in it. We talk about brands that pay us $0. Nobody
Zero.
pays us. We have no sponsors, right?
None.
And they also have a problem with that. So even though we're not getting paid,
If I like it and
It's
I'm
a problem.
excited about it and I want to share
Yeah.
that with other people that are in scuba because I would like them to have something good that's worked for me.
look
Are
at
you
this.
trying
Okay,
to say?
that's not-
Are you saying that? No, that's not good. Are you
Yeah.
saying that that's bad scuba
Yeah.
board?
Well,
I use this product. I don't. There may be better, but I like this one.
Right.
So
We're not saying others are
So
crap.
if you new divers want to try one that at least I have knowledge of, that I've had a good experience with, this is a great product for a reasonable price. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's like the That's like the cave diver saying I shouldn't wear a helmet. It's
That's right.
almost as stupid.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it was like somebody's like, "Hey, what do you guys think of, I don't know, Deep Six regulators, whatever." Like, I was watching Dive Talk.
Love them.
I was watching Dive Talk. They're talking about these regulators. I'm thinking about buying one. What do you think? And then it's always like 2 or 3 experts that chime in saying that those guys are just entertainers. Don't listen to them.
That is true. That I'm going to tell you all. I thank you. I don't want to. I have told you all.
Yeah.
I'm probably in the bottom 5% of the most talented cave divers in the world.
Right.
So that you don't have to criticize me. Just go ahead and throw me in there. I already
Sure.
know I'm the worst.
Right.
It's easier. That's better. Great.
Yeah.
There you go. Now the competition's over, and let me just enjoy
Yeah.
cave diving. That's all I'm trying to tell you. I enjoy what I'm talking about.
Right.
For 48 years, I enjoy this. That's it. And if I'm entertaining to you and I made your day better, and that's your criticism, wow, I'll take that. Thank you.
It's just so funny reading the
Don't
stuff.
touch that
Oh, by
thing.
the way, they're the same people that say they never watch Dive Talk. But somehow we don't know what we're talking about. It's weird.
If I make you laugh, even my critics, or you're smiled every once in a while, or even if you think I'm an idiot and goofy,
They
but
do.
you get entertained about it,
No,
great.
they don't.
I am an idiot and goofy. You don't even have to. Let me save you the comment.
Tell me something I don't know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very nice. I mean, that guy on the left with the,
Yeah.
she could practice getting
Yeah, better trim.
horizontal, but I think she's relaxed.
By the way, now that I look at this, for the people attending the meetup, we've had several people sign up for our trim and buoyancy workshop, which is pretty good.
Fun.
Yeah. So we're gonna do like a multi-hour, I don't know if it's 3 hours or so,
Great.
trim and buoyancy workshop.
Super.
Because I personally, this is for me, I struggle with trim and buoyancy because of my gear and my attitude in the water, like my posture and stuff like that. And stuff that we've learned over the years, we can teach people the same things, like move your weight around,
Fantastic.
like getting, So we're gonna have several people there that are way better with trim and buoyancy than us. It's not just us. And hopefully everyone will look amazing.
Yeah. And isn't it really just the same thing as if you were doing any new activity? Wouldn't you want to take a lesson, like, I don't know, pick something that we did. We both decided to get into motorcycles.
That's right.
We took a class.
Yeah.
We don't know what we're doing, so let's take a class. Or let's take a class to be better.
Yeah.
You could, that's the world.
And then we started wearing helmets like idiots, according to the cave diving community.
Yeah, no, that's really bad.
Yeah.
I just don't want to bash my head. Get hurt.
By the way, got a lot of comments about the whole helmet conversation in the last video.
Did we?
People saying that the main reason to not wear a helmet is because it's not a necessity. You don't need to wear a helmet. So that's enough of a reason not to wear one.
I'm going to try my best not to be.
That's it.
That's
the reason.
I know. It's just that when it's that stupid, it's hard for me to address it because I don't even. That is one of. Let me be polite.
Rewind.
I don't need it, so I shouldn't wear it.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, what if I hit my head?
Well,
What if? I'm just saying, I know I don't need it, but what if I happen to hit my head? Or, by the way, what if I like having my lights on my helmet? What if I just like it?
but you don't have to have a reason. That's what I'm saying. That's what I keep telling people. And a lot of people chime in and said, I like to have a helmet because I can snap my tools, like my light and my computer. But what if you don't snap tools? Who cares?
Exactly.
You don't need to have a Ferrari. But if you can afford one and want to have a Ferrari. Who cares?
At least in this, I mean, we're a free country.
I mean, it's like so dumb. It's like, yo, you shouldn't be wearing a helmet because you don't need it. And who cares?
I gotta be honest, I don't need a car anymore. I don't need a car. I got Uber.
You can Uber, right?
I don't need
So you shouldn't have a car.
a car.
Just because you don't need a car, you shouldn't have a car.
You don't need it.
It's like the dumbest
It's just
logic.
not able to argue with those kind of people or have
Well,
a meaningful discussion. There's
okay,
no.
let me
I
say-
can't. Where do I go with it? I mean,
Because we're gonna get blasted in the comments. Other reason was, okay. Other
we are
reason.
gonna
Here's
get
another
blasted.
reason for the
this is
helmet.
one of the
second,
best videos I think. We're having
the
real
second
good
most popular.
conversation.
This is Dive Talk, right?
And
So
and
this
they're
is-
relaxing watching
Right.
this.
The second. Nice.
By the way,
good job,
nice.
guys.
I'm applauding them.
That's awesome.
That looked like a great dive.
They killed it. All right, so video's over. But I just want to wrap up with this. The same. The second reason that was the most popular about the not wearing a helmet is because if your mask strap snaps, then it will be harder to put on your backup mask on. That is the second most popular reason why. Now, in
That's
48
close,
years, hold
but
on.
that's
Let me
closer
ask
to
this
having
question.
some logic.
Okay. But
A
in
little
48 years of diving, how many mask strap snaps underwater have you witnessed?
I've never even had one ever, and I've
Or
never
seen anyone?
I have never seen one.
So,
Or ever had one. But I think it could happen, and it has happened to people. I'm letting you know I've never seen it. That's all I'm saying. But it is more work. I'll give them this.
yeah.
That I would have to go one extra step. I want to show you what it is now.
We should have brought my helmet.
Look at it's
Clip.
put the mask on, put the helmet back on. So I'm
Right.
having to hold the helmet. Now, if that's
Yeah.
a pain, I would take the helmet.
Yeah.
So it's 2 extra steps. Reclip it, put it on my arm. Now imagine the helmet's dangling right here.
yeah.
And now I have to put the mask on.
Yeah.
It's
Or
an
give it to your buddy or
It's
whatever.
an extra 2 steps. That's valid. It is.
Yeah.
If finally, maybe at near 50 of diving, my mask is going to break
Yeah.
underwater. It could happen within 5 decades of diving. It could happen.
Yeah.
That can definitely
7,000
happen.
dives. What?
No, people
7,001?
have had flaw, or maybe the people have had tears.
Uh-huh.
You know, you carry a backup mask for a reason, and
Right.
that's valid.
Yeah.
It would be more work to put a mask on if you have a helmet on. But put it in perspective. Snap, and then put the helmet around your arm maybe, and then put the mask on.
If you had to guess a ratio between bumping your head versus mask changes with a helmet, what the ratio
I
would?
bump my head every time I'm in a cave.
It's like
I'm not
thousands.
a good cave diver. I'm not a good.
Right. So I will protect my head against accidental bumps into a cave. And I want to wear a helmet. Who cares?
By the way, I love my helmet.
Yes.
How about if I just say that? I love my helmet.
Yeah. And,
Just because I like it on my head.
and I'm never going to criticize. Like, if you want to wear in open water, wear a helmet. Who cares? That's my question. It's
They
like,
may come
who
back
cares?
and say, well, you guys criticize split fins. Who cares? See, that's a difference, though. That split fins, there is a flaw. There is an effect, a negative potential effect in the water of split fins.
Yeah.
What is the negative potential effect of me wearing a helmet? That's even a better question.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You don't need
What
it.
is it? I
You
know I
don't
don't need
need
it, but what's the negative?
That you are bringing something you don't need.
Okay. Then I'll end it there. You win. Good point.
By the way, if you don't know what we're talking about or what this whole helmet controversy came from, it came from our last video at Rocky Horror. And if you haven't watched that video, I'm going to leave it right here. Go check it out and chime in. What's your opinion in this whole helmet thing?
Bye, everybody. I love my helmet.